Hey, what's up you guys? It is Lana or Pineapple Girl 123 here, and I am back. It has been a while, but I am finally back, and this time I'm going to do a book haul, and I got a ton of books. So for Christmas I bought myself quite a few books, and they all came in, and I got this huge pile of boxes just sitting in my room. And so now I'm going to film a video and open them all for you, and you can see what I bought. So I actually don't remember what's in each box, so it's going to be a surprise for me as much as it is for you to open it and discover what's inside. So the first one I have is, this is the one book that I got that was not from Amazon. It's from Paperback Swap. And I know what this one is, so this one's not really a surprise to me. Tape. Well, that didn't work. Yes. Oh, they put a little note. Enjoy. This is A Little Something Different by Sandy Hall. This book sounded super interesting. It's basically a love story, but it's from the perspective of a bunch of different people and even objects. I think there's like a perspective of like a park bench, I heard. I'm not exactly sure about that, but it sounded like super interesting and different, and I wanted to check it out, and it was on Paperback Swap, so here we go. I got it. Okay, package number 2. This one has one book in it. Ugh. And it is When We Collided by Emery Lord. If you watched my previous videos, you know how much I loved The Names They Gave Us, also by Emery Lord. I looked into some of her other books and found this one, and it looked really interesting, so I decided to pick it up, and here it is. As with The Names They Gave Us, this is a contemporary romance. I'm not exactly sure what all the details are about it, but it's Emery Lord, and I loved her other book, so I'm sure this one will be good. I can't wait to dive in. This one came in a weird box. What is this even? It's like an envelope box. Okay, this one has 4 books in it. Don't need that. Alright. And we have, first book in this box is An Assassin's Guide to Love and Treason by Virginia Boaker. If you guys watched my Books I Wish I'd Had Time For in 2018 video, then you know that this was on that list, and I finally purchased a copy, and I'm excited. It's about like Shakespeare in the 15th century, I'm not sure, 15th or 16th century, and it's like assassination and love, treason, and it just sounds super exciting and interesting, and I'm glad I got a copy. And it's got like, what is it, gilded edges? I'm not exactly I don't remember what the term is, but hey! Book number 2 in this box is The Cruel Prince by Holly Black. Cruel Prince by Holly Black. So I've seen all the hype about this book, and I just knew that I wanted to check it out. I'm pretty sure it's fantasy. We shall see. I'm excited because I'm not that, like I said, I'm not that into fantasy, so maybe this will help me make that jump. The next book I have is Cinder by Marissa Meyer. This was also in my Books I Wish I'd Had Time For in 2018 video. Well, actually the whole series was in it, but I purchased the first book in this series to try it out and see where it takes me. But I'm really excited for this retelling of Cinderella in like a steampunk sort of way, so we shall see how it goes. Alright, the last book in that box was Sing by Keith and Kristen Getty. This one I feel like I'm the most excited to read. It's pretty short. I don't know how many pages it actually is. Yes, there's like just over 100 pages in this book, but it's by the 2 people that wrote the hymn song In Christ Alone, and I found this at the Bible store. I looked through it and it sounded like super interesting. It just like talks about Yeah, it says seeing how worship transforms your life, family, and church, and they like talk about this culture of a singing church and a congregation, and it's something that I have been working on in my ministry at my church to get people to sing, and it just sounds super fun and exciting and insightful and helpful for a leader, and I can't wait to read this one. Whoa, okay, we got some big books in here. Okay. Oh, I think I opened the wrong one first. Okay, well, do this one first. The Names They Gave Us by Emery Lord. I guess I should have opened this one first, but I didn't know. I told you it was a surprise. So this is the book I mentioned before, The Names They Gave Us by Emery Lord. Things are moving by themselves. I absolutely loved this book when I read it the first time. It is one of my top favorite books ever. I just had to pick up a copy. I'm just so excited to finally own this book. I am so excited. I'm gonna save the last book that's in this envelope package because it is spoilers for something else. So I will save it. That's fine. Oh, okay, I remember what these are. The first one is Hush, an Irish Princess Tale, and Hidden, actually it goes this way, by Donna Jo Napoli. These were also my top favorites that I read last year. Hush was actually the first book that I read last year, and what actually started me on my reading journey to reading so much more last year, and this one just blew me away, and I think actually this one is what was the jump start. Without these books, I probably wouldn't be here talking to you about how much I love books and buying books. So yay for these! Okay, box number 1. Well, I guess box number 2 if you count that weird one. This is the box that I got from Target. Number 1 in this box is An Afterlife of Holly Chase by Cynthia Hand. I finished this book, I think, on Christmas, and shortly after Christmas I was quick to buy it because it was just absolutely fantastic. 10 out of 10. Highly recommend. It was so fun for a Christmas read. I really wasn't expecting it to be so good, but I just loved it so much. It was unique and interesting. Blew me away. Blew everything out of the water. I'm definitely gonna be reading this one again, maybe even before Christmas time. I don't know, we'll see. My next book in this box is My Lady Jane by Cynthia Hand, Brody Ashton, and Jody Meadows. One of my favorite books. Absolutely adored this book, which takes me to the next book that I have in here, which is My Plain Jane. Is the sequel, I guess, to My Lady Jane, put them this way. I absolutely loved My Lady Jane, and I knew that I had to get My Plain Jane, and I had the opportunity to buy them both. So with the first one, it was about Lady Jane Grey, and this one's about Jane Eyre, and it's like a kind of the same, but it's like an alternate story about them, and I think this one's like Ghostbusters or something mixed in. These authors are just fantastic. As I said before, I've read Cynthia Hand, and I absolutely love her work. Cynthia Hand is becoming one of my favorite authors ever, so yay, I'm excited to read this one. Okay, I'm gonna save these 2 books. I don't remember what's in what. I think I'm gonna open this giant box. Alright. Oh, packing peanuts. These aren't even the fun packing peanuts that you can make igloos out of. Why would you do this? I think there's only one thing in this box. So maybe that's why they did that. But oh goodness. Okay, this is gonna get everywhere. It is! Oh, everything's going down crazy. The entire series of Immortal Instruments by Cassandra Clare. Oh, it is heavy, it is ginormous, it fit in this box with all the packing peanuts. I have seen this series everywhere, okay? And I was just like, I need to get in on this train because I have heard so many things about it, but for some reason I haven't been spoiled yet, so I don't know how that has worked because there's like a billion books out of this series already. So I bought the 6 of Mortal Instruments, which takes me to the other 2 books that I've left out, which are Clockwork Princess and Clockwork Prince, which is actually supposed to be this way. I said it backwards. Because I have Clockwork Angel already. And it kind of bugs me that the ones that I bought are different editions, but I couldn't find this edition of Clockwork Angel for the other 2, unfortunately. But I don't really care. I really want to get to them this year, so hopefully I can do that. I'm excited. Seriously, was this necessary? I don't think it was necessary. This is the last box that I have. Well, the last box turned out to be the hardest one to open, but I can remember what I bought. Okay, so the first one is Attachments by Rainbow Rowell. Rowell. However you want to say it. I think this might be Rainbow's only work of adult fiction, but it definitely surprised me. It was very good, very interesting. I think this is actually her first book that she ever wrote, or at least published. I now have my completed collection of Rainbow Rowell with the exception of Carry On, and I'm excited. And last, but I think maybe my most anticipated, well, I keep saying that, not anticipated, but I'm just excited because all the books that I bought I'm so excited to read / own, and it is the Puffin and Bloom collection of Anne of Green Gables, Heidi, Little Princess, and Little Women, and they're just so pretty. I want to open these right now, actually. Oh my goodness gracious. This is so thick. I know that there's 3 books in the Little Women series, so is this all 3, or is this 1? Because my mom owns Little Women, and it is not this thick, so is this all 3? I don't know. But here is Little Women. It's very pretty. Oh! A bookmark. I didn't know this was in there. A bookmark for Little Women. That is cool. And on the back it says, "Life and love are very precious when both are in full bloom." Check that out. That's cool. And here is Anne of Green Gables. Oh, I'm so excited to read this book because Anne of Green Gables has been on my list to read since I was a kid. I read the first chapter of it in like 4th grade. Couldn't get through it because I was bored and too young to fully grasp the concepts. But now, as an adult, I'm so excited because I love Anne of Green Gables. I love the story. I love the movies. And I'm super excited for this. And it's just so stinking pretty. And this one is A Little Princess. Also amazing looking. Very pretty. I've watched the Little Princess movie. I think I've actually watched 2 of them. I really enjoyed both of those movies, but I'm still not actually familiar with the original plot. So I'm excited to read this book because I don't know much about it really. And the last one is Heidi. Also not really familiar with this. I remember watching a movie of Heidi when I was a kid, but I'm not familiar with the story at all really. So I'm excited to read this and like actually familiarize myself with the story because it's just one of those where I don't really know much about, and it's classic literature. So I actually have like 26 books here, I think, guys. So let's count. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25. And there we go. Okay guys, 25 books. That was so satisfying to open all of those. I have a huge pile of mess now that I need to find out where to put it. I think I'm gonna recycle some of the boxes and reuse them, but I need to find a place to put the books now because as you can see, this bookshelf is not that big and also currently being used up by other books that I own. So I need to clear off some space. Maybe I'll put them on my desk or maybe even on the TV stand behind me. I'm not sure. Clear off the top. I'll find some place to put them. If I'm gonna keep buying books like this, I'm gonna be in big trouble. So that is all for this book haul. It was super fun. I hope you guys enjoyed it as much as I did. It was like a kid in a candy store opening all of these books. If you guys liked this video, feel free to hit subscribe, leave a like if you liked it, obviously, and hit that bell to see when I post new videos because right at the moment I'm posting sporadically, so you're gonna want to hit that bell if you want to see when I post new videos. I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye! I have to figure out how I'm gonna get out of this. I have built myself into a box.